Okay, welcome to the garage. It is just post-hurricane day. The hurricane blew in from the Gulf. We've had rain all weekend. It is cloudy and rainy outside. There is nothing to do with solar outside that's worth it. But that's not a problem because we've got something new. We have the new Bluetti CHARGER 1 vehicle alternator charger and power cords to go with it. I've been asked previously to maybe show something with the car, and here's our chance. This is not opened. The seal is still on there, so let's see what this guy's all about here. That is a tough piece of tape. Scoot that over. Bluetti fashion, box. Scoot that to the side. Foam. And that is all that is. Okay, here is the Charger 1. Look at that, that is tiny. It has a fan in it. 10 amp output, 565 watt, I think, rated output. Let's see what else we have here. The accessory box has a MC4 output cable. It has a box of ferrules and crimps, should you wish to make your own cable. So there is a Allen key for the terminals. There are crimp lug connectors for battery connections. There are ferrules for your own cable, should you decide to make one. That's nice. And this bag has mounting screws. Mounting screws to attach it to your vehicle somewhere, or a backboard. There's an instruction book. Let's see what's in here. So this is the $50, at least $50 promo price optional cable kit. This is 16 feet of 6. I think it's number 6 gauge. Where are we? Yep, 6 gauge. So this is 16 feet of 6 gauge. It is a very nice, pliable silicone cable. Look at this. On the it's already pre-terminated. There's a ferrule on there. There is a breaker, 63 amp DC breaker. Battery ends are crimped. They're heat shrunk labeled. There is wire loom on it. This is worth this is easily worth $50. This is very nice. And also in there was another little bag. What is that? Okay, that is a little piece of DIN rail and 2 more connectors to attach your breaker, I guess, in your engine bay near the battery. So we'll find out later that this breaker goes at the device end, and it's ultimately not really suited for use in an engine bay. So this is to be in the trunk. This is a full-fledged kit. This is very nice. Let me move some stuff out of the way, pop the hood. We will hook this thing up temporarily. I'm not going to do a permanent wire routing. I'm going to test this in a few different vehicles and see what we get. But let's hook it up and see what we get. I'll be back in a minute. All right, I put the pre-made battery terminals here on my car. I put them on the outside of the monitoring things, which I'm told is the way to do it. So the load doesn't come directly off the battery, it comes through the computer, the engine monitoring, charging things. So it sees it as vehicle load and not charging and messing with the battery side. So let's now go over here. I'll put you on the tripod and we'll connect all this stuff up. Okay, so they give you an Allen wrench. Goes down in the terminals are way down in there. So let's do the output side first. Go to output plus, PV minus, PV plus. So I'm assuming PV plus goes to output plus. Stick that in there. Tell you what, it is really nice that they've got ferrules on these. I sure as heck beats bare wire, and this pre-made kit is nice. Make sure that's good and tight. Even though it is only 10 amps on this side. Okay, so that's the output side. Give you a nice set of MC4 connectors though, so you can put whatever you want on the other end of that. This guy is also Bluetooth and adjustable voltage output, so you can use it with any power station you want. 15 volt output up to 56 volt output, and you can configure that a number of ways. You can pick the power station that you want to feed it from. If it's from the Bluetti family, you just pick it by name. Or there is a mode where you can just choose the voltage you want. So you want to put competitor product on here, just pick the voltage. Make sure my breaker is turned off. It is. Input plus, battery plus, always, always, always make sure. The battery side here will draw up to close to 60 amps, I think. So we want to make sure these are good and tight. $50 amps rated input. Okay, we're good to go. Let me flip on the breaker and see if anything happens. I am not so sure that anything will happen because the car is not running. I see the light came on. We have the blinking light. Solid light. So looks like we're good to go. I am going to pair this in the app, and I'll get some devices to try and use it with. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, welcome back. I've got the car running. I let it warm up a little bit. Hopefully you can hear me okay. It's got some pretty wide open mufflers, so we'll see how the noise cancellation on this mic does. I got some things out for us to play with. We have, we'll start smallest to largest and see what we get there. We've got the AC2A. This has a 28 volt input limit. We've got the AC50B. This also has a 28 volt input limit. These effectively have the same charger. They have a 200 watt input maximum, PV input maximum. We have the AC180, which will take 60 volt AC input, or I'm sorry, DC input, solar input, add up to 500 watts. And then we'll see what the Charger one can actually do with the AC200L. So this guy will take 1200 watts of PV input, and we can hopefully max out the Charger one with that. So got our inputs here. Let me select the right cord. So they have the AC2A and the AC50B both take MC60 or XT60 input, so we will connect that to the Charger 1. Let me turn this guy around so we can see the blinky light. So you see that the light is blinking, which indicates that it is in a ready status. I have it loaded up here on the app, and I will put this over there probably. So it is set to, predefined, set to 27 volt charging. I will just for fun, so you go in the app and you've got a whole list when you click on charging voltage, a whole list of all the Bluetti products, and then at the bottom you can choose custom and it will let you pick the voltage. So let's just first go through the list of, so I picked AC2A, it says updated, it says 28 volt charging voltage. So I will plug the AC2A in. And charging is currently off. Let me turn on charging. It just supplied output voltage. The AC2A woke up. 8 watts, 9 watts, 73 watts, 95 watts. $132 watts. You know what? I bet I have that in Eco. Let me back out. Okay, now we're back. I had to set it to turbo. So look at that, 198 watts indicated on there. The charger 1 is showing 199, 200 watts. Good test. Let me unplug that and we'll go to the AC50B. Oh, I just heard the idle on the car jump when the load was removed from it. So what does the AC50B show? There, it's rolling in the power. 198, 199, 200 watts. Charger 1 is showing near as nuts, 200 watts, 215. I like it. That is beautiful. Effortlessly. Okay, now let's give it a real test. Let me turn off charging. Remove that. Remove this cable. Set that aside. Now the AC180 has the DC7909 input, so we will connect that pigtail. We'll plug that in to the AC180. I will go to my charging voltage and set it for the AC180. That'll probably set it to max, 56 volts. Let me enable charging. And let's see what we get here. There comes the voltage. It woke it up from sleep. 150 watts, 260, 255. $520 watts. On the charger 1, 520. 500, look at that, pegged it. 500 on the button on the AC180. That is the first time I've ever actually seen the 500 on there. This guy is very difficult to set up a solar array for to actually get 500 watts to max out its input. I've seen 460, I've seen in that range with some creativity that I've done, but I've never seen 500. So that's impressive. This, if you hook any one of these directly to your battery, you'll get 100, 115, maybe 120 watts of input depending on your car voltage, because below certain voltages, Bluetti limits the input current so you don't blow up your cigarette lighter adapter and stuff. So they'll all limit at 8 amps. And just to have any one of these hooked up to a car and be getting 500 watts, that's impressive. That's five times faster. So let me turn off charging again. I just heard the car unload. And we will unhook these. And we will get the adapter for the 200L. Now this is an interesting guy. It's got the aviation connector on there, and then an XT90 pigtail comes with it, and then you've got XT90 to MC4. So we'll connect those MC4s. Wake up the screen. Charging voltage will be the same, but just for fun I will select 200L from the list. It says it is updated. I will click to enable charging. And I'm expecting this to take just a few moments to walk in. And I'll probably hear the idle on the car change accordingly. There it is. Wow, that hit it hard. It sounded like it almost stalled the car from idle. But we recovered 587 watts indicated on the app here. The 200L shows 560, 553, 569, 577, 578. Wow. A solid 550 and getting close to 600 watts. It's sort of bouncing around. I think that's probably because the car is at idle. If you were operating the vehicle, if you were cruising at highway speed and the alternator had some RPM on it, the input voltage would be quite a bit more stable than what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing the input voltage bounce around a little bit, and I'm sure this guy would settle in and just sit there, probably over the rated voltage. This is real neat. I like it. One thing that is touted with this is that it will automatically turn on and turn off with the car. It senses the battery voltage, and once it falls below like alternator power levels, it is supposed to automatically shut off the charger. I'm not going to test that, and I'm not going to say what the voltage levels are because I'm not sure what they are yet. But this is impressive. This is a good thing, and this is so tiny. And okay, let's try to maybe dial in a custom charge rate. So that is set at 56 volts. It's obviously pulling its 10 amps there. Let me go down to let's go to custom, and say we want to charge at instead of full 560 watts, we want to charge at 400 watts. So that would be at 10 amps, 40 volts. So let's go change it to 40 volts. Oops, I have to hit Pro Mode. Now I can pick 40 volts. 40 volts. I heard the car unload, the charger reset itself, and it's going to start charging, start supplying voltage all over again. So there's 40 volt output and 400 watts. That is super neat. So yeah, so with that adjustable voltage, you can pick anywhere from, let's see in there, what does it say? Back into custom. Anywhere from 15 to 56 volts. So you can use this with any power station you want. It's amazing that you can use it with all these Bluettis, but you can use it with anything. I think this is going to be a real game changer in the market. I'm going to continue to play with it some more, and this is really neat. Okay, thanks for watching.